but this is still exploratory. Idea Cellular could be exploring a merger option with Vodafone. Nisha, this of course, if it goes through, will be a big story, probably the biggest story of the year, biggest merger story of the year. Take us through what you're picking up.
So I'll take it from there, Anuj. Remember last time when Kumar Mangalam Birla had spoken to us with CNBC TV18, he had stated that for Idea Cellular, for telecom sector, next 2 years are going to be extremely challenging, and the company and the group will take steps towards that. That's what we gather from two at least direct sources with direct knowledge of the development at Idea Cellular and Aditya Birla Group, that at the moment Idea Cellular is in exploratory talks with Vodafone, looking at a strategic partner in the company. What we do gather is that both the companies may have discussed a merger talk. Remember, $11 billion or so is what Vodafone is looking at through its IPO. So that could be the valuation of the company. And Idea is at around $5 billion. So it will be a large company with over $16 billion of market cap. As far as mitigating the challenges in the telecom sector is concerned, by far in market share, both the companies coming together will make a lot of strategic sense for the companies, because in terms of the market share and subscriber base, they will be higher than Bharti Airtel, which is the market leader right now.
No, that's but this will require some kind of approval, right? Either CCI or something, because this will be over 50% in a couple of circuits, so a lot of circuits, a lot of big circuits.
Yes, both of them are number 2 and number 3 companies, Anuj. And of course, it's not going to be easy. Any such M&A in the telecom sector is replete with a lot of problems and regulatory hurdles as well. It's going to be very crucial how this can really go through. So therefore, we gather from sources with direct knowledge that for the last 5-6 months, both the companies have evaluated various options, circle by circle, seeing the impact of a merger if it really goes through, if the deal talks really fructify, which means, and we have gathered through a simple analysis and some industry sources telling us that at least in over 5 circles, Idea Cellular and Vodafone coming together would hit the upper limit and would cross the 50% market share, which is stipulated as per the mergers and acquisitions guidelines in the telecom sector. So that cannot be breached, and how to deal with that is one thing that the industry doesn't know, and the regulatory approvals is going to be extremely crucial. Apart from that, for growth prospects of such a large company merged entity would be a challenge, because in 7 to 8 circles at least, both the companies coming together in the circles would hit the 50% upper limit mark as well. So therefore, no area of growth as well. But what we are looking at is mitigating the challenges, countering the challenges coming in from some of the new players, and also beating number 1 in terms of market share. So whether or not the regulatory hurdles can be crossed needs to be seen, and that's what both the companies are looking at evaluating at this point. I must also suggest and admit over here that Vodafone has explored various options in M&A space in the country. In the past, they have looked at Tata Tele as well, and those stocks really failed. And I also say that sources with direct knowledge have shared that in the past, Idea as well as Vodafone have also had exploratory talks which did not materialize in a deal. So whether or not this merger can go through is a big question mark, but whether or not they have explored, they've thought about it to really counter the challenges in the sector, that's what we gather from at least 2 direct sources who are independent of each other, and they have shared this with CNBC TV18. Of course, Idea Cellular has given a strong denial of any such talks with Vodafone at this point.
I guess, this is the only way to approach things here.